What's up, everyone? Welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Chris. So in this video, I am going to take a page from Martha's book and work on getting my wax inventory or stash or whatever you want to call it to a more manageable situation. And I've been wanting to do this for a while now, and I've been putting it off because by doing the video, it kind of makes me accountable. And if I'm accountable for it, then maybe it'll work. I don't know. We'll see. And also, I wasn't ready to stop buying. So anyway, that being said, I'm going to chat with you about all the ideas that are kind of floating around my head. Maybe give me a little feedback, what you think or what you don't think. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get started on that. All right, so now I've keep all my wax on a spreadsheet, so I know what I have, what I like. I put notes in there. I put, whether I want to reorder it or not. I'll highlight things. I'll gray certain ones out if I've tried it and I don't like it, whatever. Now, as of September 2nd, today is September 3rd. Depending on when this video goes up, I don't know. But for just tracking purposes, today is the 3rd. And on September 2nd, I opened up my spreadsheet. And the way I keep my spreadsheet is it's not quite as elaborate as Martha's. I didn't want to get into the formulas. And I mean, I have some simple formulas in there, but I didn't want to make it super big and crazy. So I have each vendor on its own tab and the scents, when I received it or when it was poured, the quantity and the size. Now, a size could be a loaf, it could be a shape bag, it could be a souffle, it could be a bar, a brittle, whatever. That's what I considered the quantity, is like 1, 2, 3. Now, I was watching Stacy's channel, and she does her spreadsheet is really involved. She does hers by ounces. Yeah, I'm not weighing all this wax, and I'm not going to weigh it as I melt it, but that is probably the more accurate way to really get a good judge of how much wax you've got. Yeah, that's too much for me. I don't have the time. I wish I did. But when I melted my wax, I don't want to weigh it. So it's a fairly simple spreadsheet. So all right, I'm going to come clean. This does not include my samples, which 90% of those are all at work. I have 1, 2, 3 desk drawers. One of them's a deep drawer. It's full of samples. It's insane. Anyway, so I got all my samples at work, and if I had to look at them, I'd probably say there's probably about 200, maybe 300 samples. Well, okay, those are not included in my spreadsheet. So I just kind of like pretend they don't exist because they're not here. They're not in my house. They're at work, so I don't really count them. I mean, I have some here, just a handful. I kept here because I want to melt them in my bedroom. But yeah, they're all at work. So, that being said, my total number of pieces of wax to date is, don't judge, 1,610 pieces. So, as I was going through my spreadsheet and looking at the scents I have, and I thought to myself, how awesome would it be if from each of these vendors that they're spread it throughout, it would be perfect if I had like 50 to 75 cents per vendor that I actually love. Like, just love. I don't know how attainable that type of goal is, but to me that would be reasonable, because that would still put me at about, I'm trying to think, I should have counted about how many vendors I had. Oh, I did somewhere. One second. I have another piece of paper over here when I did this. Where did I put it? I wrote it down on a piece of paper. Oh, there it is. I'll tell you how many vendors it is. I didn't write the names of the vendors down. I just have amounts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. It's 24 vendors. Wow. I didn't realize there were that many tabs in that spreadsheet. Huh. 24 vendors? Huh. Oh. Alright. So yeah, even it. Yeah. But you see, some of them I've got like 12, 13, 14 pieces of wax, 15 pieces of wax. Some of them, some of the vendors, I just have a small amount. So, you know. So yeah, 75 in each vendor would not be reasonable. Right? That'll put me higher at 1,600. So. All right. So, now we do have 2 really big pre-orders coming. One being Teddy Bees and Second and Spruce. Now, trying to see how many pieces of Teddy Bees. I could probably tell by looking at the amount. I think Teddy Bees I have, I don't know which one's which here. It's either 165 or 173 pieces. So that would be, majority of those are going to be tubs and loaves. So when this pre-order comes up for Teddy Bees, I want to try really, really hard not to push that into the 200s. Yeah. So, I have to have a plan of attack for that. Now, I know I'm supposed to be dwindling my wax down, but you can't, there's certain vendors you can't pass the pre-order up. You just can't. And one of those is Teddy Bees. You cannot do it. You have to order. Well, not you. I'm just saying in general. At least I do. So, my strategy going into that is, I think I'm going to go with souffles. Unless it's something I know absolutely I need to get a tub. So there's that pre-order in Second and Spruce. Now, what I find with Second and Spruce is a little bit of her wax goes a very, very long way. At least from my home. So I think with Second and Spruce, her list is more manageable. So whereas with Teddy Bees, you're looking at like 75 cents on her list. Maybe sometimes more, I think. I have to count next time. So it's hard to narrow that down to just a few. So that's where I struggle with Teddy B's. Second and Spruce, her list is not as extensive. So there's a lot of things I could knock out right off the bat because, oh, I don't like this note, I don't like that. You know, if it's got peppermint in it, I don't want it. If it's all tree, pretty much predominantly tree, I'm not going to get that. What else? If I have some already, because I noticed on this list, there's stuff that I've already got. I'm thinking, well, do I need another one right now? Maybe not. So yeah, I have 2 pre-orders coming up that I've got to really be mindful of, and in helping me, assist me in this goal of getting this wax down, this number. So every month I'm going to check in with myself to see where my number went, if it went down or up. If it went up, I'm going to check and see what did I do and why did it go up. Was it a pre-order? Yeah. This is just, for me, this is insanity. I'm outgrowing this room here. I don't like when things are not organized, and so it drives me crazy, and I have to work in this room, so I struggle. I need to get this into some kind of order. Most of 98% of my wax is very organized, but what I don't like is, you know, I've got some, you could probably see it right, why is this so hard to do? Right there, you can see the corner of it. See it there? It's spreading out onto the floor. I don't like that. And there's more on this side of me that's on the floor. I don't like that. Yeah, so I want to really work at this. I know Lavender and Speckles will be doing another pre-order. I was going to skip that one because I'm on her customs list. And I thought, well, I'm on the customs, so I could pretty much, whenever I get called up for that, I could pretty much get what I want at that time. However, as you've probably heard, Alexis and Summer both have samplers that they're working with Beth on. I have to get those. I just do. So I'm just being forthcoming here that even though I'm going to do this check-in like Martha does, how she checks in, I'm probably going to buy. However, I am going to look at this as more of a low buy to a no buy, because I believe for me, once the 2 pre-orders and those samplers are out of the way, I'm done for a while. I hate saying that because I don't want you to look at me and say, yeah, right, you know, or when I come back and with a haul, you're like, yeah, see, she was freaking lying. I'm trying. I'm going to try. And so one of the things I'm doing to work this number down is this week I'm melting only Scentsy. Scentsy seems to take a back burner a lot. And, you know, if I melt a clam a day, let's just, I mean, I melt more than a clam a day, but let's just say I'm only melting a clam of Scentsy a day or every other day, and everything else is vendor, I'm not moving my Scentsy wax. My Scentsy wax is stagnant, and I just purchased some bars, not many. I purchased 12 bars, but they're just 2 cents. You know, we've got releases coming out and LTOs, and it's going to increase my volume there. Now, Scentsy actually has come down a bit from where I had it. I can tell you, because I know that's the first number on this list here, I have 364 Scentsy bars. So my plan is to this week, I am only melting Scentsy. That's bars. That's not including my bricks, because I didn't put those on my spreadsheet. I suppose I should have, but I didn't. I think because I could easily see my bricks. They're right over here in this case. You can't see my camera, but I could see them. They're stacked up. I know what they are and what I've got. I don't have a ton. Well, I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got about 12 bricks. But a lot of them are like the same scents. So I'm really focusing on Scentsy this week to bring that number down. I'd like to get that under 300. I have, and this is another one I did get down, but I got Sassy Girl Aroma number down because I did gift that to a few people, quite a few people, but she was just over 300 brittles, loaves, what else do I got? Pretty much brittles and loaves. So I got that number down to 280. She was at 300 and I think she was around 320. So that did come down, and I did melt some. So Scentsy this week. Then I'm going to dig into my Teddy Bees. And the reason I want to dig into it is because cure time is up for me. And I really, really want to start melting this wax because it smells incredible. And it's fall, and most of my wax from Teddy Bees is all fall and winter. So I'm going to get to it now. And I did warm through some, but I didn't finish it. I want to start warming it to really make a dent. However, that being said, tubs, I'm probably not going to, my numbers, this is where the weighing method works, like Stacy does. And I apologize, Stacy, I cannot remember the name of your channel. Scents with Stacy? Stacy Scent? Sorry, you know what? I'm going to put Stacy's channel in the description box because you should follow her. First of all, if you have trouble sleeping at night, not that she puts you to sleep, her voice, she speaks it's so calm and relaxing. And if you've had a long day or you're stressed out, just put Stacy on and just sit back and just listen to her talk. It's so soothing. Anyway, I'm going to link her in the description box. Give her a follow. She's got a good channel. That's why doing the weight works. Because you could say, okay, if I have 2,000 ounces of wax and this month I melted 400 ounces. So now I'm just throwing numbers out there. I don't know. The weight that is nice for that. Because even if I'm melting Teddy Bees, what if I'm using a loaf? I'm not going to go through the loaf. So I'm using it, but it's not going to make my number come down. Because chances are I'm not going to finish that Teddy Bees loaf for a while. So I just want to put that out there. So yeah, that'll be a focus of mine. And then some of these other smaller ones that I have, like the smaller vendors, not smaller vendors, but the smaller amounts, I may say, you know what? I've only got 14. I don't know who this vendor is. I've only got 14 of this. Let me melt through that and enjoy it. So things like that. I'm going to focus on a vendor each week. Now, and if you've watched my channel long enough, you know I've said that was something I wanted to do for a while now, is take a vendor and spend a week with that vendor and melt it. You know, enjoy it, melt it, and just focus in on that one vendor rather than looking at all the wax saying, I don't know what I want to melt. Who do I want to melt? If I know that for 7 days I'm going to be melting Teddy Bees, then I may pull a melting basket for the week and say, this is what's getting melted this week. Maybe I'll do a weekly melting basket rather than a monthly. I may say, this is my melting basket this week. Let's see how I do, and we'll talk about it next week. Things like that. And I think I'll enjoy my wax more. I don't know. And I think I'll discover more. You know, I'll discover more scent profiles that I like, or maybe I don't like. Maybe I liked them originally, but I really don't like them now. That's what happened with strawberry pound cake. I thought I liked it, and then after I kept melting certain blends, I'm like, I don't like strawberry pound cake. So things like that. This will be like a discovery process for me. I think that'll be nice, as well as I think I'll enjoy my wax more. Not that I don't enjoy it now, but I think I will enjoy it a lot more if I'm just focusing on one vendor every week. So I think I'm going to do that. And like Martha, I'm going to check in at the beginning of every month. I don't know if it'll be right on the 1st. I'll definitely mark my numbers down at the 1st of the month. And maybe I won't be able to record at that time because it's difficult for me to find recording time because I work so much and I'm really not here and whatnot. And when I'm recording, it's usually late at night. Once in a while, I get to slip one in during the afternoons or whatever, but generally it's late at night. So yeah, that's my plan to get my wax down. Accountability. You gotta be accountable, right? So tell me what you think. Do any of you keep a spreadsheet? Do you keep a log of how much you have and what you have? And, you know, do you just, you know, are you like the, you know, hear no evil, see no evil, speak, you know, hear no evil, see no evil? Are you one of those, just cover your eyes and you don't want to know, you just buy it anyway? I'm curious. How many out there keep a spreadsheet, and do you tally up your wax and how much you have and, you know, what you've got going in or out? I'm curious, you know. Is anybody else planning on skipping any vendors for a while, or are you going to do a low buy, no buy? I know April asked in her wax group, April Lee, the Wax Queen, she's got her Facebook group, the Wax Layer After Dark. So I know she had posed that question as well. So I'm posing that question here. Yeah, let me know. Curious. I'm curious. And let me know what you think about my plan of attack, if it makes sense to you. If I just, you know, weekly vendor, every week, focus on that vendor and just rotate through, you know, say, okay, who do I feel like melting this week? And I'll go that way. All right, everybody. So that's what I've got. That's what I'm up to lately. I do have a plan for another video. I'm going to, you know how I do my What's Crisp and Warming video? It's usually supposed to be every week. And I've never been too bad. I've been getting there. Yeah, so I'm thinking I might do a video on a monthly basis. I don't know if I'll include it with my check. No, I'll probably not include it with my check-in. I don't know yet. But I'm going to do a video every month, What's Crisp been reading. And because I picked up reading again. I was an avid reader for many, many years. And I picked it up again, let's see, it was about November, late November, because I realized I was able to actually do audiobooks. I didn't realize I didn't think I had that type of attention span to be able to do an audiobook, and come to find out I do, and I was very happy because I just can't read anymore. I don't have the time to say, oh, I'm going to go sit down and read for a half an hour, because first of all, that's not enough time for me. When I used to read, I would read like crazy amounts of time. Like I would spend 4, 5, 6 hours in a book. Sometimes I'd read a whole book in a day because I couldn't finish. I couldn't stop. I had to finish. Sometimes it would keep me up till the wee hours of the morning because I'd be like, one more chapter, one more chapter. I know I'm going off on a tailspin again. Why do I do that? Squirrel. Yeah. So I'm thinking I might do that. Is that something that you would be interested in? Do any of you also read as well? Because since I've been able to do audiobooks, I have been going through books like a crazy woman. Because I'm actually, like, if a book is 12 hours long, I could do that in a day and a half. If I've got a day at work when I'm working, and a lot of times my work is, I don't have to really, like, put a lot of thought into it. I've been doing it so long, it's just, like, a lot of it's robotic. Unless I'm actually trying to figure out a problem for somebody or whatever, then I kind of have to turn the book off because I need to focus. But a lot of my work, I could really just work and, you know, do my thing while my book's playing and I'm hearing it and absorbing it. I clean my house and my book's going on my Alexa. I got her playing my book, and when I'm in my car, it's the book's on. So yeah, I've been getting through a lot of books. So I'm thinking every month I'll do an update on what's Chris been reading. Yeah, so I think that's all I wanted to talk about, was just, I wanted to put that out there. You know, this is what I got, and this is what I'm doing, and how am I going to fix the situation? I don't know. What do you think a reasonable amount of wax to have in your stash is? Like maybe 500? I don't know what's reasonable. 200? I don't know. You know, I like having all my choices, but I don't want to stress about it either. I want to be able to enjoy it. I just love it. But lately, all I do is I come in here and I'll be like, oh, I'm going to smell this for a minute. Let me smell this one. I'm smelling it because I have so much wax, you can't melt it all, right? At once. I wish I could, but I can't. So, yeah. Let me know your thoughts. I want to know your thoughts. I want to know if you track your wax hauls on a spreadsheet. Do you know what you have? And what smells you've got? You know, like, you know, when pre-order time is like, oh, do I have this one? Do I need more? Did I love this one? That type of thing. All right, everybody. I think that's all I wanted to chat about today. And, yeah, I feel like I'm forgetting something. Maybe not. I'm sure I'll catch it in another video because you know I always talk about other things off the cuff when they don't fit. But I do it anyway. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you, and I appreciate the time you take out of your day, your lives, and your busy schedule, and you watch a video I've uploaded because it means the world to me. It really does. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And, yeah, we will chat again real soon. Bye-bye.